How's it going, everybody? Adrian Simple here from The Gaming Observer for Thursday, September 5th, 2019. TheGamingObserver.com for links and a transcript. We got lots to get into today, so let's jump right in. Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct, which was laden with announcements. The first one here is that while there were some NES games available through Switch Online provided for free, SNES games will now be available as well. There will be 20 titles initially, headlined by Mario Kart, Mario World, and Link to the Past. It will also be joined by a Switch-compatible SNES controller, which I think is pretty cool. Also heading to the platform is Overwatch, arriving on October 15th with some unique motion controls. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is getting Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury this November, with more DLC to come. Divinity Original Sin 2 is available now, and it supports cross-saves from Steam. And lastly, Bethesda will be re-releasing Doom 64, so that's quite the throwback. There was a lot more announcements, so if you're someone who's interested in the Switch news, be sure to check the link. But that's the major stuff. This isn't a huge surprise, but there is a new game announced called Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. This looks like it's planned to be a games-as-a-service title, and apparently the fans of Garden Warfare will feel right at home with this one. So there's a multiplayer and a quest-filled campaign, as well as a social hub. So this is a paid game, it's not free to play, but it will have seasonal content, and it will also have a free battle pass. So it doesn't seem too egregious. Unless, of course, things change along the way. The release schedule is a little bit wonky here. You can buy and play it today for $30, with features of the game slowly unlocking over the next few weeks. That's being labeled under the Founders Edition. On October 15th, the Standard Edition becomes available for Origin Access subscribers, and then 3 days later, on the 18th, it has the full release priced at $40 and a Deluxe Edition at $50. There's a prequel to The Binding of Isaac coming out, and it's called The Legend of Bumbo. The setting and characters of the game will be intimately familiar to those of you who have played Isaac, but the aesthetic and gameplay are very different. It's a turn-based Match 4 style puzzle system, and that's the combat. It's a little complex, but it looks like lots of fun, and I always trust Edmund McMillen with this sort of thing. Anyway, it releases November 12th. Steam is getting an overhaul for the library, which will begin as an open beta on September 17th. It's going to have a more visual style than it used to, which will allow for some new features in the library, which will come in handy, so, this isn't just an aesthetic change. For one, at the top of the screen will be a What's New section, which shows you, some of the games that you own that have been recently updated, as well as an events page if something fun is happening within a game. Maybe a tournament or something. They've also added something called collections. This is essentially the same as categories, but with way more functionality and customization. I gotta say, it looks really nice, and a small part of me wishes I didn't make the full switch to GOG Galaxy 2.0, but I don't regret it that much, because Galaxy is amazing. That is the news. A quick reminder to get your questions in for the Q&A on Saturday, mailbag at thegamingobserver.com. I'd like to thank M for their 5-star review on Amazon as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow with the news, and until then, happy gaming, everyone.